Hello, listeners, and welcome to our second program in our series, Let's Learn Building Studies, which is produced for grade 10 and 11 learners and anybody else who has an interest in the subject. My name is Risto Tangi Kapenda, and today we will learn about setting out. Please have a pen and notebook ready so that you can make notes of the important points. Like other practical jobs, there must be a plan to manufacture, fabricate, produce, and create something or make an artifact or a product depending on the design on the plan. Building studies, among other subjects, there is setting out. In today's program, we are going to talk about setting out. And at the end of this program, you should be able to name the methods of setting out, explain the different methods of setting out, apply the methods of setting out.
Kino, do you know how interesting building studies is? Imagine a whole house on a piece of paper like an A4 paper. It will amaze you how that house will look in reality. Wonders will never end.
What do you mean by the whole house on a piece of paper?
The thing is, before you start with your building, there must be a building plan. And that means a house on a piece of paper that a builder must interpret and transfer into reality, from a paper to the ground.
Are you sure, Tina? It sounds too good to be true. Or is it just one of your stories to entertain the listeners?
I'm telling you the truth. If you don't believe me, we will ask Mr. Ileka. There is even a name that the process is called when taking information from the plan to the ground. Only if I had my cell phone with me, we could have Googled it.
Okay, I'll ask Mr. Ileka when he comes to class, because I really want to know more about this.
I can see happy faces. Good afternoon, class. Please be seated. Kino and Tina, why is there so much noise from your group?
Oh, sorry, sir. We were talking about a building on a piece of paper that can be transferred to the ground and become a bigger structure. What we don't know is how it is called, so we were waiting for you so we can ask, sir.
Great. I think I have an answer to your question. In today's program, we are going to talk about setting out. Setting out in building studies means the setting of a new project or modifying of the existing one. Setting out is the transferring of the information from the plan, which is a piece of paper drawn to a symmetric scale for the big objects to fit in a smaller piece of paper. The information is then transferred to the ground, which is the permanent position of what is on the paper. Example, a building, a dam, a bridge, etc.
Well, setting out is not only used in building studies, but it is used across the construction industry and in the mining and production industry. Also, because there must be a plan for everything before manufacturing such.
Okay. It's getting to the point. I'll go think about it further. So, how can the small lines on the paper be made visible for them to be seen on the ground?
Well. Thank you very much, Tina. And good question, Kino. The plan is a small version of what is going to be on the ground. An example of that is a geographical map we have of the entire world drawn on one piece of paper. It was minimized to fit on a piece of paper. It is the same with the building plan. When we transfer information to the ground, we use the actual size of the building that is on the plan, which can only be in millimeters or meters.
Here are the methods used in setting out a building. 3.4.5 method, square method, diagonal checking.
Great. 3-4-5 method is used to get the right angle corner of a dwelling or the building to be set out. This method requires only the measuring tape, building line, steel pegs, and a builder's hammer. Measure 3 meters from the peg in the corner, going left, and mark off the 3 meter mark. Measure from the corner peg, going to the right, and mark off the 4 meters and connect the 4 and 3 meter with 5 meters, and you have your right angle corner to start off with your drawing. Square method is used with 2 building lines across each other to ensure that all 2 building lines touch the steel square for the right angle. The diagonal checking issued when the drawing is complete in a square or rectangular shape to ensure squareness or rectangular shape.
Oh, thank you, sir. It's very clear, I understand now. I've seen people doing this before, but I was lacking knowledge and understanding of technicalities of the subject.
Let me conclude before the bell rings. Today, I have learned different types of setting out methods, how the information is transferred from the plan to the ground, which symmetric units are used on the building plan, and how to use the methods of setting out.
Well done. That's really good. And this brings us to the end of our program. This program was written by R.T. Kapenda. Until next time, sanitize and take care.
This program was brought to you by NAMCOL with funding from the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture and the Commonwealth of Learning.